Welcome to another episode of the Adjust the Mic podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Scat Geyser.
Sidekick here, Thaddeus.
Thaddeus Maximus. Good to see you, buddy. And it's where are we recording at tonight?
We are at the Vibe Farmers Studios.
First ever sit down at the Vibe Farmer Studio for an Adjust the Mic podcast.
Yes.
I know Che's been rocking it over here with you for a while.
We have.
And we hopefully get to see him here in a little bit. I think he's going to come over and hang maybe.
Yeah.
What episode are we on? Do you know? Does anybody know? I'm supposed to know.
200 something.
215, I think. I'm going to look real quick.
Simultaneous belches. That was good.
That was a nice one. Yeah. So we are over here hanging out at the Vibe Farmer Studio tonight to do an episode. T's been working hard over here in business meetings and doing all kinds of jazz, and kind of thought it was a good opportunity. We were here, was it Saturday?
Today, when were
we riffing over here on Saturday, right?
Yes.
We got the Zoom Pod 4 set up over here, kind of in a semi-permanent area. We got like cables run. We got microphones set up. And so we can kind of, bounce.
Flip a few switches and be tracking with no hubbub.
And getting the Vibe Farmer podcast going here pretty soon. So there's going to be Discord that's going to get thrown into the mix. We do have the Discord for Vibe Farmer. We just need to get the link set up. I've been kind of on a mission taking adjustthemic.com and moving it over to lampandmedia.com, and it's kind of migrating, and the whole thing's happening now. And it's going to take a lot of work for me to get all the bugs, and all the kinks worked out. But we have a lot of things going on. And
Scott just ran a bunch of gear on us.
Oh, yeah.
It was cool today.
Heck yeah, man.
Thank you.
We
always use all of it, huh?
We're old people, and we have like old lightning cables, and now these kids need USB-C cables.
Whippersnappers.
So we got to get these whippersnappers, the USB-C cables. It's all awesome, man. You guys got couches set up over here now. You got such a workflow happening that just adding any little bit of value that we can just kind of just makes the whole gig work smoother and better.
Yeah, this whole place works
big
because
time.
of a bunch of different people. Hat tip, everybody knows. But the vibe is on. It's
getting more lively all the time. It's getting busier all the time.
Yeah.
Every time I come over here, it's like a new update or surprise, or a person that's working hard or sitting behind, the editing bench over there, playing drums over here, running the lighting machine over here behind you.
Spaceman.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Kyle and Pat and Grant. They got together for a jam recently. Just a couple days ago, I think. What's today, Monday?
Monday.
So it was the day before. Yeah.
Monday the 10th.
And before that, for a hot minute, Flagman, they kicked off their tour. Before they got to it, they rehearsed here and tightened stuff up, and we're working on some stuff. And I got to meet Brady, the drummer.
Is that what you sent me? Like one of those?
Yeah, I sent you a video clip. Yeah,
it's very good, man.
Hot chops.
I love seeing them outside by the Beehive.
Oh yeah,
trailer.
Dave Brinko.
Yeah, with Dave getting all the badass pictures and everything. That was awesome.
Yeah, he did a bunch of different photo shoots, and one of them he did the light painting like we talked about. And it was cool. I've never seen it.
And it's a Dave with eclectic.
And Brinko visuals as well.
Nice. Dave, man, he's we got to talk to him, man. He's
Sam and Brady, and Cody and Dave and Tim.
Yep. All from Flagman.
Yes.
And where are they starting tour off at?
I think they started in Jack's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and migrated on up to Atlanta, and then
they've got the song "Primus Made Coitus with Our Mothers," right?
But I
loved hearing that on TikTok. It's just a great song.
Yeah, they get the vibe. Some of them songs,
I feel like you have to show confidence sometimes, especially in today's marketplace. There's so many songs out there from every genre and every different way, and when you can add like your personality to something, and they're marketing to a couple generations. They're younger guys and they have their style and their way, and they like playing like they play. But then they are throwing a big homage to the people before them with their style and the way they play, and by throwing bands like Primus. And this is for me not knowing them at all, just see from an outside looking in.
Yep.
Primus is such a big following and such a big respect. They have a huge following. You throw Primus and you showing love to them with your style, you're making these old heads go, man, there's still a chance. We still have a chance. There's still some young kids out here doing it.
They're all about the rock.
Yeah. And it's and it shows in their energy and just the way they like present themselves and just show it in a purely fun way, especially on TikTok. That's where I'm seeing the most of it personally.
And under the hood, they're all quite proficient at their instruments, and they're real expressive, and they're ticking all the boxes. They're working real hard, and I dig the vibe.
Heck yeah, man. Quil, she has a new release. Let me see if I got that song. Another thing we can do too is getting on these things is through the USB. Once we get it powered in a different way, or if we battery this thing, we can just throw your iPad or my iPad into here, and we can throw songs, and just hit play right into this. And I think we can Bluetooth to it as well, so I can just do that. Hold on here. Do you remember her? Do you know the name of her song off the top? I just had it on here. Quil. There she is.
Okay.
There she is. Precious Life. Just a really good song. She just released One of the Boys. I
was going to ask you about that. Yeah.
Not long ago. And I saw Precious Life came up. She was wearing like that black, do you put under your eyes?
Football players.
Yeah. Like, yeah, she had all that whole vibe going on. And it was really good. So congrats, Quil.
Yes,
Keep
Quil.
doing what you're doing with that amazing voice you have there.
For sure.
It's special. Brinko, we were just talking about him, just to get back on that, is when he came over to record with us, he inspired me with his camera. All of his cameras are $1 million a piece, and they're all do these monochrome, amazing quality, high end of very extremely professional, equipment.
He's a wizard.
And the common man, when he buys these $800 Canon cameras from your Target and in your regular places, they do some pretty good things if you know how to use them. But the creative side and the understanding of what makes for a good photograph, can escape a lot of people. And being able to just watch him take a few things on my countertop and put it together and put a really cool photo together, with just some little clay, figures.
He surprises me in the best way.
In a coaster.
Yeah.
And he just says, let's just put these guys here and do this. And then he texted us that picture. And I'm like, are you joking right now?
In the Spanish moon.
Right?
That was cool.
Oh, so cool.
So many layers.
It's just amazing. It really, the effort that guy throws out there for quality, it just shows, and it's just amazing. So congrats to you, Dave.
And he'll take it to the field. We've done many like deep woods hikes and got like the sprawl of maybe a spring meadow with a bunch of flowers that are peaking and just these really cool
it's neat
landscapes.
Allie's got the fever big time.
Photo fever.
She, for Christmas, got a little Sony camera. It's a good vlogging camera and stuff, and for like video logging when you're walking around and stuff. But she's getting some really cool photos at the beach with it, some good effects, and she's really like really digging it. And so now, I've got a couple cameras now. So she's now wants some of the features that are on that camera. She's like, can I borrow your camera? I'm like, yeah, it's for all of us, So our cameras are all going to start getting used more, and we're going to be throwing them up on the websites more. And Dave is kind of an inspiration of getting all that started. Yeah. He got me to want to go out and get a nicer camera. And when I go out to the garden out back, and start walking around, and you see, for instance, leaving your house right now, there's that orchid tree outside.
Yeah.
That's right in between you and your brother's property.
Blooms.
And about a month ago, I was leaving, and there was just one purple flower
starter kit.
Now there's a dozen of them, and it's beautiful. And there's a photo I sent you a couple of Saturday.
I got that. Yep.
And there was one purple one deep into the woods, and it was just one. So it looked like when you're taking a photo into the woods and in
a little vignette.
I feel like I'm a professional. I should charge a lot of money for those.
You diggle your own daggle with photography.
I kind of.
That's great.
I feel like participation trophy at least.
Yeah. I mean, my dad had a 35 millimeter, and we always had regular 8, Super 8, the little Minolta water cameras, and and the old ones, the Kodak ones, where you had to do the thumb thing to advance the.
Yep, old Polaroids even, and
it's just cool.
I got even some of your old first digital cameras, the old ones.
I had a Mavic.
Kodaks, yeah, Pixars and Minolta,
and then we got the giant one we got from Maxine's buddy, the inventor. Dang it, his name eludes me. But it's the giant one up there with all the CBS stickers on it. The shoulder one.
Hell yeah,
yeah.
There's do I have a plethora of photos.
I hear it. Chazelle. Sorry,
is he here? What was that photography place on Garden Street that closed down?
Oh yeah, un momento por favor. That was the name of it. Hang on.
Hey, boy. Was he running through the woods?
Needs to bring it in. We think there's been a chase sighting. So the Garden Street one, I went right to Greg Long at the other one that used to be down by Miracle City Mall.
Yeah.
That
one was so expensive.
I just remember Greg Long. I think that was his name.
They were so expensive when you went in there. But it was probably for a good reason. I was just a kid. I remember going in and everything was so expensive.
It was. And he took a picture at T at the beach, and I probably mentioned it. It got on the cover of like Jackson Middle School's yearbook.
Oh, you have to share that.
Funny, right?
We got to put that on a t-shirt.
Yep. I was on a really wide, lightweight twin fin from, I forget where, but it was, it was great. I had my leash on my front foot. I don't know why. And the shorty shorts.
Man, shorty shorts, man.
From the 80s.
On Sunday, we went out, to Playalinda.
Yep.
And I spent the day out there. And this is how cool it was, man. I get out there about 10:30. You know that the turn you take, where the old store used to be, right when you're turning in, to start hitting up the piers to number 1 and 2 and 3.
The hairpin turn?
Yeah.
Where it always smells like skunk?
Yep.
And you used to go, ew, and now you go,
So on the left-hand side of the road as you're going down, and right in that little groove.
In that little used to be parking lot number 1.
No. It's right at that hairpin turn, right there at the turn in the grass. Right there,
left side, right.
There was
side.
about a left side.
Okay.
There was about an 8-foot gator.
Sweet.
And he had his head up, and he was like kind of greeting everybody that was coming into Playalinda that day.
That's cool.
And he was just chilling. Yeah. So I was coming along because there was a lot of people. So I was coming in slow, and he was just kind of sitting there, and he was just kind of looking around. And it was just really neat, and it was like, it was almost like if you went to Disney or to like some jungle village and there was an animatronic gator sitting there waving to everybody coming into the beach that day. That's what was happening.
Me and Andre saw a big one, and me and the Post family did. And there's those temporary water holes. They're nice and warm, and they're behind the dune, and they with
the heavy
of times,
sun. Yeah.
Yeah, they slither out of those a lot.
That makes sense. We went to number 2. They had a brand new pier up. Built, from the hurricanes. A lot of the piers are closed.
He's trying to say boardwalk. What?
A boardwalk, I'm sorry, yep. And the boardwalk is brand new. It had a whole different material. They weren't even using wood on a lot of it.
That composite.
Yeah, and
That's
it was
cool.
not hot at all.
And no nail to get you the toe ripper.
Nothing like
or
that.
The screw that backs out.
Exactly. Yep. And that material, it's very porous. And I was walking on it barefoot,
smooth.
And it was like not even hot at all.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was really cool because it was blaring, in the afternoon.
So did you look at Eddy Creek, see if they've been...
We didn't drive all the way down. Just went to 2, parked immediately. Didn't do any exploring. We had kids and...
It's weird how you see
about a dozen people involved.
Boardwalks just get all ripped off by some big storm and then just build it back, It used to be sandbags back in the 70s.
It's so crazy, right? And that's what they're doing. I remember as a kid, this was like in the 80s, okay? We're not talking about too old here, but... where they had the store there at Playalinda.
Where you get the worst hamburger.
Yeah, you get an ice and a drink, a soda or something. That was about it. Hot dog, I think.
They had a well there. Just a little nugget.
Oh, wow.
A real, fresh water, I think it was 12 feet down. That's weird, right?
Oh, damn.
Just on the backside of the dune.
Wow. Right there.
Thought it would be salty.
Wow.
But you're saying.
That's very cool, actually.
Yeah.
Wonder if it's still there. Or did it sand in or get kind of contaminated over time?
It's done.
You could see down where they were working on dunes on both sides, but the water was clear, perfect temperature. There was no waves worth surfing of any kind, but it was just a beautiful day.
Yeah, I heard it's hitting 70 almost now.
Yeah, it was. I'd say it was, high 60s. It was chilly.
Post told me it was 53 today.
Oh yeah,
out where he is. Yeah.
Nobody was swimming. There was maybe 3 or 4 people in the water out of 100 people at the beach, probably, that you could see with your eyes. People weren't. It was cold, but me and the kids would jump in. You'd see people going to pee.
Oh, it was sprightly.
It was kind of like,
yeah, but you had that sun.
Yeah, and
great.
Once you got in the water and put your head down in there and breathe a little bit, then it was great. It wasn't that's where you'd want to be.
Yeah,
it was nice.
I love that kind of when it's like that. You feel a cool wind on your skin after you get out of the water.
I love that beach, man. And Allie and I took a little walk, a bunch of shells, tons of shells out there right now.
I like that.
Yeah, just nice.
I'm a shell person. You ever go there after a weird storm or a weird swell and you find a little pile of a bunch of them scallop things? They're as big as the round part of your palm. And they're all clustered in one little wash up.
Oh, yeah.
And there'll be another group down the beach. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. That is weird. Wonder why.
Have you seen the prehistoric trees in the shore break down the end of the beach?
Sometimes.
Exposed. Death daggers.
You mean down at the end of all the way down?
11 when it's open.
Down at the nude beach?
Yeah, well, right before that.
Do you get nude before you go collecting wood samples?
I'm talking about number.
What kind of wood samples are you collecting over there?
None of that. Token laugh. So sometimes the clay banks down there, they get the daggers sticking out from an old tree, and I remember some people fished one out.
Barge.
Yeah, no, that's enough right offshore. It's pretty.
Been down there.
Yeah,
a couple times.
Yeah, we used to catch a ride back on the four-wheelers with the Rangers sometimes through the sea of people.
They'd always come out and, check our, we'd go out with backpacks and a fishing rod in your hand. So in the backpack, we would have one of those bags that you could put a bunch of ice in.
Yeah.
And just hope that it would last for as long as you're out there. Because if you caught anything that you're trying to bring back to preserve,
We did that with a Ginu over Eddy Creek, slid it over and scooted on down.
Eddy Creek, you can go all the way down?
No, I'm saying we scooted a Ginu over at Eddy Creek, over into the ocean, and then scooted on over. So instead of the 45-minute walk.
Okay, my buddy Brian tried to do that one time, and it did not work well. I think he tried to do it in a kayak.
That's a lot of power. We had a motor.
Ginu. Oh, you had a motor? He was trying to paddle.
Yeah, and if the wind
was a nightmare
against you on the way back, it's not fun.
It was a nightmare.
It's a lot. Man, I don't believe him. I don't want to be out in a kayak out the back there at P-Land or any of that.
Can I tell you what?
Kind of big sharks out the back.
YouTube and TikTok have shown way too many of these ocean kayak. I will never buy an ocean kayak, and I will never go into an ocean kayak I don't care.
Or like a quarter mile off the beach, right?
You know, it just doesn't, like, it does not make sense to me. So over the years, there's been and tell me this is a good topic. When growing up, you'd watch Shark Week, you watch, National Geographic, Discovery, and everybody's showing, humans swimming with sharks. They're not a problem. They're not going to hurt anybody. They're just...
They showed some other stuff too.
Humans aren't their best, their biggest, they don't like the way we taste, okay, and all these things,
but they also had the dudes getting hauled out of the sea with their leg missing and stuff.
I didn't see that in the marketing that was given to me on TV growing up.
Okay.
But you did have marketing with Jaws, which was one of the best movies. I love Jaws. But that was the animatronic. It was fake, right? It was a fake Jaws. So
kinda. No,
oh, it was.
I'm saying a lot of stuff happens.
Oh yeah.
Like when it swam up the river in Jersey or whatever. There's a account, and I guess a big dog sniffed up a freshwater thing, and people were like, some swimmer diver guy's like, I'll go see what it is, and he got mauled. But you get the Ted Bundy that goes up into the freshwater. They tracked that one great white that went in the inlet in North Carolina and went way, way back there and popped out the new inlet south of the lighthouse. Yep. So weird stuff.
Bull sharks all the time.
Well, that's easy.
There's sharks all in the Indian River.
I don't want to be like some of my buddies like to dive when the water's green in the winter around the bridges for those big,
drum.
Yeah.
Sheephead.
With the big stakes on their face. Yeah. And so I'm like, no, hell no. Cause not just that, but the gators.
Yeah.
The big dogs that swim from the island.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like imagine a Jupiter Inlet or a Sebastian Inlet. I'm sorry. Sebastian Inlet.
That's pretty lively.
Like, how lively that current in and out in the boats and
that hop in that water.
There's a lot of people that dive in that water, and you've seen some of the white sharks that have come up right up to a guy's face.
Any shark or a tiger.
There was a white shark that, and you just saw the shadows, like the guy turned around. When he turned around, it would have already gotten him, but it was already turned the other way. And you're just like, whoa, dude. Like, that's intense, dude. Like, you ain't getting me in that. Like, I've gone to the Keys and snorkeled and stuff and been close to sharks. I'm not scared like that. But, like, to get in a kayak, and go to where the big boys are and where you have no recourse and there's nothing you can do, and all they got to do is tip the bad boy over.
That's a far paddle in. So Post and I were talking today because someone said they seen it. There was a shark thing on the beach, right? Mm-hmm. A warning. Excuse me. And so I was like, I asked him, do y'all ever see when the ocean is seething with fish? It's just chock full, and there's some big, I don't know what, hitting on them. Maybe it's a big shark, maybe it's a bunch of blues or whatever. Mm-hmm. But we get it. In South Africa, I think instead of mullet, they get the sardines. Mm-hmm. But there's going to be some sharks that'll woof on a person.
Oh yeah.
But where Dave is, they don't see that like explosion of fish and it's a free for all for frenzy, and it seems like if you see one over there, it probably maybe it's going to be a lunker, a big.
Like, look at this dude.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, no, hell
these
no.
are just little shorty clips here. Yeah. This guy's having to kick away a shark, dude. We don't want to kick away sharks. Look at that thing. Whoa! Could you imagine a shark coming up on you like that, bro?
Yes.
That was a tiger shark?
It's not fun to be in the water with those.
And he's just right offshore.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
I guess we're going to see a lot more of them videos in the future.
Okay, do you remember Jaws when they had that big old board laying out that was like a seal, the shape of a seal or something that they were dragging? Or maybe it was like some Shark Week show where they were testing,
where they're launching it in the air,
in the bite radius. Yeah,
breaching after they hit you. They weigh a lot.
That's what a kayak is. It's that. And look at the colors. They're not even making they're like, hey, let's be chartreuse or let's be yellow and like it's a worm that's bass fishing. Isn't
yum yum yellow a thing?
Wouldn't you want to have some kind of like something underneath that says, I am not food? Hey, shark, I am not food. I hope you enjoy your day.
Well, excuse me.
I'm John.
But, you can also look at it like if you see a 15-foot shark, then what do you want to be in? And I know that, surfing's like that.
Yeah, that's got
salt.
That.
But when you paddle way out the back on these things and your odds
you're going into a different territory that the sharks haven't given up dormitory.
You want a big boat.
Okay, like if you're surfing, right? Sharks don't really, this is my guess, right? Sharks probably aren't going to be like, I want to be in here because I just want to eat all these humans. I understand there's some mistaken. Yeah, exactly. There's going to be a diverse range of behaviors. If there's a bunch of mullet
around and your foot is amongst them,
you're going to get the hit.
Or if it's just chummy and they're all kind of halfway frenzied out anyways,
then it's not going to matter.
And everybody knows kind of look out for them on them days.
Yeah.
If you see one weirding out real hard, you give it time.
You know what's interesting is the killer whales.
Yeah, the wolfy kind of predator.
Well, because killer whales are so intelligent and they play with their food and stuff, but they don't attack humans. They kind of they'll mess with the boats and because they don't like the sounds of the motors and they get pissed off and they'll start hitting the boat motors. That's been a newer thing that's happening.
I still wouldn't want to be in the water with them.
I don't know, especially the one with the
SeaWorld,
and those were ones that are captive and
they're pissed.
Yeah. But the ones in the wild, they say they don't attack people.
It's weird.
It's pretty intelligent. They're probably they killed so many of us. Let's leave these motherfuckers alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a
wild thing.
Yeah, maybe it's intuitive to be don't mess with them monkeys.
Yeah, man.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
How are you today?
Okay.
Great. This is a courtesy call regarding your wireless plan.
I'm already taken care of. Thank you.
Yes, this is regarding the current line I'm calling to. There seems to be some unusual additional data charges on the account in the past week.
From what?
Well, we wanted to give you a courtesy call to make you aware of this.
Yeah?
Yeah, as of right now, there are $260 in data overages.
What?
Well, it seems like an extra 16 gigabytes were used outside of your unlimited plan.
On my computer?
You should really be more aware of how much data you're using.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, we're going to go ahead and charge this to the card on file. Is that okay?
No, you're not.
Well, look, I can take an extra $10 off if we can settle this now. Just give me the word.
I don't know who the hell you are or what company you're calling from.
Great. Your final bill is $250. I'll just submit this then.
Who are you?
Oh, sorry. It's already processing.
That's okay. I'm making a call right now about this call. Thank you very much. I got your number. Explore. You must reach out.
Hey, Stad, looking for James, and anyone who's listening. Hello, and I'm out.
All right, it just did some lip smacking on some good food. Sorry,
dude, you're killing it, man. It looks so good too. Is that honey mustard and a little?
Yes, thank you, Monica.
Wow,
yeah,
she killed it.
So yeah, sharks, man. It's not fun to be in the water with them. The bull sharks are, they're in all the inlets and they're mean. Black tips. We got black tips galore here. Just
Oh yeah.
Just
the shovel nose, little thrasher sharks.
Just don't be the guy out there that doesn't see everybody paddling to shore.
Right.
We
saw some dolphins out there. That was about all. There was some mullet and stuff. We saw a little bit of
yellow. Yeah,
we saw a little bit of action out there, but it was real glassy. Other than that, real nice little shore break.
I like that. You can see
real
all
shallow
little flips and be like, "What's that?"
Pretty much either a Saturday or a Sunday during the summer. Open. We're going to be at the beach every weekend. We're going to be planning that. With especially weekends I have the kids. The other ones will be working out here at Bio Farmer Studio.
Perfect.
Working out in the.
I hope to accompany you
to get some greenhouse stuff going. Exactly. Exactly.
Did you ride your longboard?
I haven't taken it out to ride yet. I didn't take it out there. There was no waves, but it's kind of getting all cleaned up. I got Alice is all. We're ready to rock.
Oh, I think. Don't quote me. I think Post said that the Florida contest they were doing here in March down by Ron Johns and all that got canceled because they didn't have a title sponsor.
Oh, okay.
But 2 cents, New Smyrna, right? If it's Florida and it matters.
Yeah.
So the magnet,
Sebastian even. Is that not any good anymore?
Well, Smyrna's the clear magnet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
it as really is. Consistency.
It is. Now that's a crazy spot. Shark Shallows.
All that, yeah.
Like saw Gary paddle out there a couple times. I paddled almost out there.
Probably a Pillar, a Rise aerial has some footage of sharks, but yeah, it's a deep inlet.
But Gary's like, he remembers paddling out there and them going right underneath them and past them, and like I don't have that nerve.
Weird.
Yeah,
yeah, it's weird. It's active out there. One time, well, more than once, man, paddled across it. The inlet, and that was spooky.
Man,
to the other side, yeah,
it would be.
There's a dude from town here that paddled up. Our buddy Scott paddled to the other side when it was giant, and he stood up on the rocks and seen a little covey of dudes hanging together in a little ball, like waiting for a wave, and they looked at him weird, and then he got slaughtered. He climbed up the rocks and didn't know that.
Oh, they're like, oh no, and then he just got hammered.
Because it'd been quiet. It was a lull before that. And he's like, I'm just going to climb up and see what's up. And
damn, what dumb.
Yeah.
You're just like, why did I do that? God. Dang, man.
Then you paddle, you got to paddle back with little cuts all over you.
That's crazy. So, so Sunday we hung out at the beach. We went up to Cracker Jacks afterward, or I keep calling it Cracker Jacks, but it's Pier 220 now.
Yep.
And great meal, great live music going on.
I like that stage.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's at night when it's still no mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Or when the trades are blowing in the summer, man, it's a really nice spot to be.
There's some really good bands that go play up there.
Yeah,
and I haven't been in, I couldn't name any. I think there was a Pink or something.
Okay, but
Hot Pink or something was one that I think gets kind of popular. Well, my buddy Mike had a birthday party at his house and hired one of these bands. I think it was Hot Pink. It might be somebody different.
I heard of them.
And their covers, they do a lot of cover songs. And it was they're fantastic.
That's what I heard.
And they played a few weeks ago up there, and I remember some friends talking about how good
Rob
it was.
Told me about them.
Yeah. And that's cool. They, I guess, have a really good energy. But Yeah. So we went up there and ate, and with all the kids and everything, just had a really good, Sunday evening. The tattoo there, I was kind of worried about it, but I put some like 70 on it, and didn't have any issues at all.
Cool.
Beautiful day, man.
Is there still a wrecked sailboat up by the... And you look out from the Pier 220, what is it called?
I don't know. There might be, but I didn't look. I know a few of them have been cleaned up. But I'm not sure. So what's going on with you, man? What you got going on this week?
I got a bunch of catch-up work done, and I believe Kyle's going to come out. We're going to work on some mixes and going to do some building and muling. Kyle's been muling like those big 340-gallon water tanks, and I'll send you some footage of him like just
what's it called? Muling,
being a mule.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I should have said that right. Yeah, just lifting and moving lumber,
Okay.
and stuff like that. But we're tracking it and mixing as well, and working on a bunch of different mixes.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I got to get with Kyle. We have a little collab too, a project to work on out there, I think, right?
Yes, and
you're brainstorming.
He's wanting to come back on the podcast as well.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. So we can even do a session where he comes over to the house, or we come over here, and that's what's so great about all this now, man. We can just do all this. It's like not a problem at all. So this is set up now for phone calls. If you want to riff with somebody, it's right here, and you know how to use it. All you do is hit the red button and the square button. Once the drive's in there, and then a boom, pull it out, throw it in your thing, you'll find the stem and create away, sir.
It's epic. I'm thankful.
The phone calls, we're all set up there.
What's this part called again?
That's the BT. It's the Bluetooth.
Okay.
And that's going to be for phone calls.
Cool.
That's it. And it's already set up. And if you look on here, there's a little image of a phone.
All right.
You just got to have it set on phone.
Okay.
And then there's your volume for your phone call right there too.
It's on the third one.
Yep.
Neat. I like simple.
Yep. Simple. And then if you want to just change it over to a microphone, then you can pop it over and then have a microphone in there for a third, Now on this side, we got USB if we're connected into a computer or something. You can USB it like that and then plug it into an iPad and record directly into a stem of an iPad even. So if you wanted to get your Logic from that's on your iPad, the portable one, you could just plug this red wire right into your iPad or one of those into there, USB style, and get the same effect and go that route.
Sick.
So, or you just Bluetooth from this right to that and play music. Like I could have played our intro. I could just pop the intro from here and start it off like that and then tracked it that way. Now that I'm thinking about it,
I'm going sideways here, but did we say Dre was back from Jamaica?
No, I don't even think we brought him up yet.
Okay, we said on the last episode that he's down there. Yeah.
Yep.
Dre is back.
Give it to us, man.
Well, he's super vibed up, super stoked.
And I was seeing him right when I was pulling up. He was
Scott and Dre just high-fived because me and Dre just had a powwow, but he got to tour many farms and composting facilities and places where, just cool plants grow.
He talked about how just good of an experience it was, like
super uplifting.
When you're going to another country, especially with all the turmoil and the marketing that's thrown at you in today's media in the United States, to go down to Jamaica, you don't know what you're going to see sometimes. And he just had the most wonderful, great experience of people and places and things. And it was so cool to hear that. It was just so cool to hear that.
He's up. You can tell he was jazzed, and it's really,
I'm ready, dude. I want to go. I got a passport and everything. I just want to go.
It's going to happen.
I know, man.
I'm psyched.
It's pretty exciting.
But yeah, he got to see a lot of stuff, and he got to do some cool stuff that I look forward to checking out,
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah. So
heck yeah.
What else? Flagman is going to wrap their tour up at the South by Southwest, what's it called? Music fest, where a bunch of hot bands end up and a bunch of like industry people. And it's a good place to be loud.
Heck
they're going to end their tour there. And that's pretty cool.
Heck yeah, man. Hey, have you, just with you saying that, Las Vegas has this VR experience stage studio. Have you seen it?
No,
Can I show you while
please.
you're sitting here eating? And I don't have the sound on this, so you're just going to see the visual. Las GAS Sphere. It's called the Sphere.
Is it like a theater or something?
It's like a theater, but it's like live performances and music and stuff is played there. It's like DJs play there.
What do you go downtown kind of do?
And I want you to see this. Inside the Sphere.
That looks cool.
Check this out. So this is the audience down there in the stage. And then this is the wall behind them. That's all looks realistic.
It looks 3D.
Yeah. So check this out. I'll show you this one here. Hold on. Check this out.
Wow.
See where he's sitting at? That's what it looks like.
That is cool.
It is absolutely insane.
Yeah, that'd be cool to go kick back and catch a show.
It was $2.3 billion to create. There's one in particular that I wanted you to see. On TikTok, they show kind of like these really awesome clips of it. Let me see if I can find.
It's a big screen.
Yeah.
Super tall. I've been seeing a bunch of birds, weird birds.
Outside here?
Yeah, just a lot of different birds, and I've been hearing a bunch of owls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ibises, wood ibises.
Yeah.
Storks.
Is it like bird season?
It is definitely some kind of bird season, but...
Well, it's still winter, so all the birds are down from...
And I've seen the swallows still that did the bird NATO.
Oh, yeah.
Squeaking around, yeah. Eagles and ospreys.
You got owls out here every day, right?
A lot, yeah.
I got two at my house.
Have you heard them doing the owl thing?
Who cooks for you?
Can they do they've been doing the clucking where they sound like chickens?
I haven't, not that I know of.
I think I have a recording.
Who cooks for you?
The hooey, but the cluck is weird.
Let me hear your cluck. Let me hear it.
Oh man.
Give me if you bring it up, you got to be ready for the voice, to give our audience.
No way. I'm drained. I'm too tired.
Let me hear the cluck, man. I want to hear the cluck.
It's got like a chicken cluck in it. I ain't doing it. No way.
Look at the eye from the outside. They have like an eye that looks around like the Mount of Sauron and shit.
Neat. Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. So that's the spear from the outside.
Huge. No. Wow.
Yeah.
That is big.
Isn't that insane? Like they'll make it the moon or they'll do whatever it is. It's like, it's amazing. That's a place I would like to go on a bucket list kind of.
That's neat.
Like, I guess that's a VR experience too. Like they have IMAX things they do in there and everything as well. Like the pirate, you can go to, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
The Las Vegas Sphere.
If you're kicking back in Las Vegas and you want to be entertained and get stimulated.
Could you imagine seeing like Flagman and seeing some of these bands play there one day, and seeing like even like a DJ that has just like a really cool set and gets a good visual and they can go in there and just do anything.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Well, let's end the show. Let's call it a night.
Okay.
Che never showed. I guess he's still lost in the woods looking for us. Maybe?
Che, we tried to scream for you, but
we tried to get you here.
You ain't answered. Brinko is keen to come on.
Okay. Yep. We got Brinko. We got a whole bunch of people lined up.
I talked to JW today.
Cool.
From Pillar.
Heck yeah.
Life is good in the neighborhood.
Heck yeah. Well, let's line them up. We got 2 places to record now.
High fives. Thank you, Scott.
All's good now.
Thank you, Lampa Media.
Yep. game on.
Yes.
Until next week, we'll talk to you later.
Daisy's in a tube top, screaming from the top of her lungs. This all ends tonight. Daddy's on the floor, he's screaming for more. Saying you're gonna be alright. Daisy's in a tube top, screaming from the top of her lungs. This all ends tonight. Daddy's on the floor, he's screaming for more. Saying you're gonna be alright.
Dude, that's just killer. Oh, dude, that was awesome.